27th of May 2024. I am the Magpie Stitcher, talking to you from Melbourne, Australia. So first Flosstube, what I thought what I'd do is, because the amount of whips I've got is quite heroically epic, break it down into a sort of chunk of whip parade by designer. So for the first one, I'm going to go through my favourite designer, and that's Jill's line of long dog samplers. So there's going to be zips, there's going to be crinkle. Let's just see how we go. So my first one is Two Men Morris, and I'll show you the actual thing in a minute. But I'm doing this one on 18 count black Ada with, I think, DMC 600. So in the fullness of time, it should look something like this. And one of the things I love about long dog samplers is they're all PDFs, so you can get it instantly, which is very good for my gratification levels. So I've just started that this year, and I'm just really quite pleased with how the pink's popping on the black. Alright. Next we have Spirit of Verlander. I've been working on this one for quite a while. Not made too much progress, but when you've got as many whips as I like to work on, it's not really surprising. So it's going to look like that when it's finished, and it's currently looking like this. So almost to the top of the first page, and you can see it's on a sort of cream caramel Ada. Not a clue where this one's from, but the silks are Silks for You, I think, the one that's based in Australia, and it's coming up really, really beautifully with all of the different symbols and the motifs. Doing one little stitch at a time just to get that really clear definition. Okay. Next up we have a very new start. I pretty much buy everything she releases as soon as she releases it. Start about half of them, but it's what we call long-term planning for retirement chest. So this is what this one's going to look like eventually. Again, another PDF, so really easy to get hold of and really easy to print out. And then a tiny start on this one. But again, I am really liking how this looks. So this is, I think, 18 count parchment Ada, just with 310 DMC, because I do have a Cone of Doom in 310, and I use it for a lot of projects, a lot of monochromatic stuff. And next, this one. This one is epic, and I'm probably going to be doing it for the leap year Thal because it is that big. This is Saga. So you can see it's a whopper, it's absolutely huge, but it's also absolutely beautiful. Look at all those little tiny details in there, all the little tiny stories. Maybe about 3 pages into this one. But again, huge project, in it for the long term. And I think 18 count Dove Grey Ada, and that's where we're at. Excuse the wrinkles, I iron absolutely nothing. Well, not till the very end of it. But I'm working mainly in 3371 for that one, with some sort of jewel tones for sort of highlights. So yeah, love that one. Again, long-term project. Next up we've got Tap Dancer. Again, one of the things I really like about long dog samplers is just the sheer randomness of them. They're just so creative and so imaginative, and just so many weird motifs and cool little motifs, and just awesome. So that's what the finished item is going to look like, and this is where I'm currently at. Let me see that. Yeah, not bad. So again, nearly completed the top row. Now I think I'm doing this on, and we might even have the Ada details printed on the side. Yeah, Western Sky by, I believe, Sew It All, Australian based company. think I'm doing that in 347. I just really like the contrast of the red and the blues with that one. Again, I've been working on it for a few years, dip in, dip out. I think if you dip in and dip out, you've always got something that suits whatever kind of mood you're in. Number one, another relatively new release. I think this came out at the start of the year. This one is Act of God. So, it's going to look like that when it's finished. Again, beautiful. All the little motifs, the little tiny things. The octopus at the top absolutely sold me. And then this one I think is on, again, an 18 count Ada, I think Moon something. Stitching Spots, local to me. She does a lot of hand-dyed fibre. Is that coming out at all? No, that's washing out a bit, but that's, you can maybe see it there. That's just DMC 3808. Again, I'm going to do this one all in one colour just to show off the fabric because it is very beautiful. Next up, I've got a couple on some pink fabric. I really like black on pink or pink on black. It's just a vibe. And this one, I've been doing for a while, this one. This one's Albert and Effie. So that's the finished item. Just like that. And then, I think this is on a Paddock Lane. No, that's the next one's on the Paddock Lane one. This one's still on a Stitching Spot fabric. I think Strawberries and Cream. 18 count again. And that's where I'm at with this one. So, maybe about 2.5 pages in. But again, the way the black pops on the pink's just lovely. That's not what you call traditional. But hey ho, my stitching, my rules. Now the second one I've got on pink is again another relatively new release. It's called The Beast. So, that one there, just look at that. Look at all of the black work and the details on that. So it's huge again. I don't like small things really. But again, gloriously detailed. So this one is on a Paddock Lane fabric. I think, yeah, 18 count. And again, not very much done on this because it does require quite a lot of thinking. It's a lot of backstitch, so you've got to make sure you know what you're doing. You've got to count carefully. But again, when I'm in a mood to focus and really concentrate on cross stitch, this one's a really good one. Reminds me of that Bagatelle one she's done as well. Haven't started that one, although I've got the chart. And what's that? Now this one is one I might actually restart because I started it on I think 22 count and it's not good for my eyes. But this one's Legal High. Again, beautiful style, gorgeous motifs, just love all the monochromatic paneling in that, almost paneling. And this one's, again, page, 2 pages done. And I do like the colours I've chosen for it. They are really popping on this fabric. Pink and the green and the blue. But the fabric is too tiny in my eyes. I haven't been able to work on that for a couple of years, so might restart that. I've got Spirit of Macken. Another beautiful traditional sample one. And it will one day when it's finished look like that. Again, gorgeous, the alphabet, the motifs. And it currently looking maybe 2 pages in. Just like that. So again, it's just beautiful. Look at that little lobster prawn thing. Can you not stitch that? There are a couple of specialty stitches, but they're not particularly complicated ones. So yeah, try that one. And that's, I think, again, an 18 count white Ada, fairly standard, and just 791 DMC. I tend to do pretty much all of my stitchings on Ada, and most of the DMCs as well, because that's just easier to get. This one is House of fun. Now this one's on a greenish, I think it's Acacia Ada from the Stitching Spot, with 3371. And the finished item will look like this. So again, funny little motifs, pretty big piece, beautiful borders. And then this is where I'm up to. Again, maybe about a page, page and a half. Well, that's okay. Chip away at it as and when I feel like chipping at it. Again, the 3371 really pops on the screen. I do a lot of black on pink or pink on black, and a lot of 3371 on a variety of different colours, because I like it's dark and it definitely shows up, but it's not as stark as some of the blacks you can have. Okay. I think last one, well, second to last one I'm going to show you for today is Pandemic. Now everybody's stitching this. This was a beautiful free chart for the release during COVID, and again, huge but awesome. Love this. Now because this has been about 4 years, I have actually got quite a bit done on this one. So again, the top row's all done. See that? And then making my way down that second row, just like that. And just come back a bit, see if you can get it all in. Just beautiful. So that's 814, I think, for the main red, 3750 for the blue, and then some 782 for odd little gold highlights, just like little tiny squirrels here and there. Yeah, that's Pandemic. So pretty much most of my long dogs. And for first Flosstube, I think I'll call it there. Thanks. Bye.